Hello dear students, we will study about the refraction through lenses. At first let us take the basics. As you know, a lens is a transparent medium with its central part either thick or thin. If the central part of the lens is thick, then it is called convex lens or converging lens, and if it is thin at the center, then it is called diverging or concave lens. A lens has two centers of curvature of the two surfaces, and the line joining two centers of curvature is known as principal axis. The middle point of the lens is called optical center. So, C is the optical center of the lens. Any ray passing from optical center goes undeviated from the lens after refraction. A convex lens forms erect virtual enlarged image of a real object only when the object lies between focus and optical center of the lens. Similarly, a concave lens always forms erect virtual diminished image of the object on the same side as that of the object. The point on the principal axis of the lens at which a ray parallel to the principal axis intersects really or virtually after refraction is known as focus. So, this is the ray incident on the convex lens parallel to principal axis, and after refraction through the lens it intersects the principal axis at point F, which is known as focus. Next we take lens formula, which is 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon U plus 1 upon V. At first we take some assumptions. First assumption is lens is very thin. Second, object is a point object on principal axis of the lens. Third, incident and refracted rays make small angles with the principal axis. Now sign convention. First, real object or image distances are taken. Real object or image distances are taken positive, and virtual object or image distances are taken negative. All distances are measured from the optical center of lens. Third, focal length and radii of curvature for convex lens are taken positive, and those for concave lens are taken negative. Now we prove this formula for convex lens with the real image. In figure 1, I is the point image, of point object O made by convex lens of focal length F. From figure 1, deviation of the rays delta is equal to alpha plus beta. Suppose this is equation 1. If this height from principal axis is h, then tan alpha will be equal to h upon u, perpendicular upon base, which may be written as alpha, because for small angle theta, tan theta is nearly equal to theta. Similarly, tan beta will be nearly equal to beta is equal to h upon v. Therefore, with these two equations, equation 1 can be written as, therefore, equation 1 gives delta is equal to h upon u plus h upon v, equation 2. And if a ray parallel to principal axis of the lens, of the same lens, is incident at the same height h, as in figure 2, then deviation will be same. Therefore, from figure 2, this deviation will be equal to this alternate angle delta. So, tan delta will be nearly equal to delta is equal to h upon this distance is f, h upon f. This is equation 3. Now, equating equations 2 and 3, we get equating 2 and 3, we get h upon f is equal to h upon u plus h upon v, which may be written as h taken common 1 upon u plus 1 upon v, which gives 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon u plus 1 upon v, which is the required lens formula. Same formula can be used for any case, for any lens with proper sign convention. Next, we take the magnification, which is denoted by small m. Magnification is defined as the ratio of the size of image to the size of object. That is, small m is equal to I upon O, where I is the height of image and O is the height of object. In this diagram, B dash A dash is the inverted real image of real object AB. From this diagram, this angle is equal to this angle, therefore, tan theta in this triangle, tan theta will be equal to AB upon AC, and in this triangle, tan theta will be equal to A dash B dash upon B dash C, which may be written as O upon U is equal to I upon V, which may be rearranged to get I upon O is equal to B upon U, and we know I upon O is equal to M, so we get magnification M as I upon O is equal to B upon U. Magnification in terms of object distance U, image distance B, and focal length F. As we know, lens formula is 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon U plus 1 upon B. Suppose this is equation 1. Dividing both sides of equation 1 by B, we get B upon F is equal to B upon U plus 1. B upon U can be replaced by magnification M. So, B upon F will be equal to M plus 1. M will be equal to B upon F minus 1. Taking F as LCM, it gives B minus F upon F. So, M is equal to B minus F upon F. Also, dividing both sides of equation 1 by U, we get U upon F is equal to 1 plus U upon B, which may be written as U upon F minus 1 is equal to U upon B. Taking F as LCM on left hand side, it gives U minus B, U minus F upon F equal to N upon is equal to U upon B, and inverting both sides, we get B upon U is equal to F upon U minus F, which is M. So, this relation gives magnification in terms of F and B, and this relation gives magnification in terms of U and F. Next, we take Lensmaker formula, which is 1 upon F is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, where R1 and R2 are the radii of curvatures of the two surfaces of lens. For a thin lens, the edges of a thin lens behave as a small angle prism, and therefore, if this is a thin lens and A is the angle of small angle prism at this edge, then the deviation will be given by delta is equal to A mu minus 1. Suppose this is equation 1. When a ray parallel to the principal axis is incident on a thin convex lens of focal length F parallel to its principal axis at height h from principal axis, then as shown in this figure, the ray will go from focus after refraction through the lens. If delta is the deviation of the ray, then this angle delta will be equal to opposite angle delta here. Now, in this diagram, in this triangle, tan delta will be equal to h upon f perpendicular upon base, and if delta is very small, then tan delta can be written as delta. Therefore, tan delta will be equal to delta is equal to h by f for a small angle, because for a small angle tan theta is nearly equal to theta. Now, equating equations 1 and 2, we get h upon f is equal to a mu minus 1. Suppose this is equation 3. H upon f is equal to a mu minus 1, which is equation 3. Let C1 and C2 be the radii of curvatures of the two surfaces, and R1 and R2 are the respective centers of curvatures of the two surfaces. Now, if we join point C1 or center of curvature C1 to the surface of lens, and C2 with the surface of lens here at the same height, then these straight lines make 90 degree with the respective surfaces. Therefore, this quadrilateral will be cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore, from the property of cyclic quadrilateral, this exterior angle will be equal to this angle, means A will be equal to this angle. Again, this angle A is the exterior angle of triangle, this one. Therefore, A will be equal to alpha plus beta. So, from the properties of cyclic quadrilateral, and triangle, A will be equal to alpha plus beta in figure 2. Again, for small angles, this can be written as tan alpha plus tan beta and tan alpha can be written as h upon nearly h upon r1, because for thin lens this distance and this distance will be nearly same. So, this can be written as h upon r1 plus h upon r2 is equal to a. This is equation 4. Equation 4, equation 3 gives h upon f is equal to h upon r1 plus h upon r2 in place of a into mu minus 1. H gets cancelled and H gets cancelled out, and therefore we get 1 upon f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 upon r1 plus 1 upon r2, which is the required lens maker formula.